Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Pebriansi Pagala and my official number is A1M218097. So today I'm gonna talking about change in Indonesian. Language change is change in a word or the addition of a new language based on certain objective of Jackson 1963. Language change is also known as language evolution in a certain period of time from a simple language to a more complex language, with various variation, modification, and characteristic of a spoken society. Evolution is also assumed to be a form of continuous change from low, simple, less good to more complex or better conditions. According to Warthog 1990, language change cannot be observed because the change has become an essential characteristic of language takes place for a relatively long time, so that it's impossible for someone to observe it in a limited time. But what can be seen is evidence of a change in language. It is also limited to languages that have written traditions and have written documents from long past times. 88 years later, 70 years after Indonesian independence back to present, a pair of Indonesian youths are chatting through a modern medium of communication like this. Words like cius, mi apa, leh as well, kezel mingit were not in their vocabulary in ancient times. Never mind 80 years ago, maybe 3 until 5 years ago, we don't imagine that these words will exist in our daily conversation. Indonesian language evolved from hundreds or even thousands of years ago. This language, which is a variety of Malay, has had a lot of influence from Sanskrit, Tamil, Persian, Hindi, Hebrew, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, Dutch, English, Portuguese, Spanish, Latin, Greek, Italian, German, French, and Russian. This is the development of the Malay language, such as Proto-Austronesian language, 5000 BC, Malayo-Polynesian language, 2000 BC, Old Malay language, 0 until 1400 AD, Classical Malay language, 1400 until 1800 AD, and Modern Malay language 1800 until present. Here's an example. This is a transliteration of the contents of the Kedukan Bukit inscription 683 AD. And this one, a newspaper cut in the classic Malay language influenced by the Dutch language. I think that's all about my explanation of change in Indonesian. I hope you guys enjoy and understand what is change in Indonesian. Akhir kata, saya ucapkan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.